What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly appreciated. Great bounce back win for them boys on prime time Super Bowl Sunday by beating the Boston Celtics by 22 points, 111-89. The captain, 31 points, 8 assists. Josh Hart, 19 points, 6 rebounds. The big cat, another double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. But oh no, man, it was just the intensity of the Knicks. They woke up today. They played with some type of fight. And that's what I want to see, right? And that's what I saw from beginning to end. This is basically a wire-to-wire win. You saw the fight from this team, right? You saw it all together. And, of course, you saw the fire from Jose Alvarado, right? The Brooklyn kid, you know what it is. He came in there with that intensity, getting after it defensively, getting steals, doing what he does, right? What they call him, grand theft, right? Grand theft. And I thought everybody played good, everybody. But most importantly, it just was the intensity. They seemed like they excuse my language, they gave a damn today. They went out there and they fought and they played hard. They played through the whistles. They played through all that stuff. And everybody fought today. It looked like they wanted. They wanted some sauce today. They wasn't afraid. Not saying they're scared, but you know what I'm saying. They looked like they had some fight today, in which I loved, man. I thought it was a great win for them. They are down 9-1 in the last 10. And now they take over sole possession of the second spot in the East. Of course, because, you know, this is the third game against This is the third game against Boston, so they're up on that series 2-3, which gives the Knicks the lead in that series head-to-head. So because of that, they have the same record. The Knicks are going to be the number 2 seed right as of today, right? So that's a good win, man. Great win, man. Let me give a big shout-out to you guys coming through rocking with me today on the Super Bowl Sunday. Disc Rover. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big Task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Vibes. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. One of my day ones. Rondo. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Great win, man. Great win. Great win. Great win. Great win. Great win. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Great bounce back win. I just thought that the intensity of this team was different. I thought they came out with some fight. I thought they came out like, okay, you know, we're gonna win this game. You saw a different Josh Hart, different pep to his step. Even the captain looked better. I thought he was big today, and it was great. You know, he never has two duds, right? So it was good to see him bounce back. And everyone follows his lead. He's the captain. That's what comes with the seat, and he pretty much led the charge today. Big in that first quarter, 15 big points for him. And he led that charge, man. And that's what everyone followed suit after that. Knicks went up in that first quarter, 35-24. They never looked back, man. I thought a big part of this game, a huge part of this game, and you could see it offensively, I think having Towns out there changes everything. And he doesn't have to be. We know what he is. We know he can get. He's 25 and 12. You know that, right? He leads the league in double-doubles. But the gravity of him is so important because the bigs or whoever's guarding him, you got to respect them. So you can't really float and try to double someone or leave Towns, and you can't do that because he's such an offensive weapon that it opens up the court for a guy like Brunson. That's why I never remember, guys. I never really wanted Giannis here. I just said it's going to shrink the floor. And so what Towns does, he makes the floor so much wider for Brunson to really operate because now you can't double because you got that monster over there offensively that you got to deal with and got to check. Keep in check just in case. And so it allows Brunson to do him. He leaves open back cuts. Bridges was getting hit, got a couple of back cuts. Great passes from, Brunson. And so that left a lot of things open, but that's the gravity of Towns. The gravity of Towns changes everything offensively for us. And I thought that was big. And I thought also, too, we got after it defensively. You could see it. I thought a big part of this game, a major part, was that third quarter, those non-Brunson minutes. When he came out and Grand Theft came in there, he was pretty much able to keep the lead. And it pretty much kept on carrying. And then while Brunson was out, the league got back up to like 17. Right? But that was with Grand Theft out there and everybody else. They brought Towns in for Mitch. Once again, it opened up the offense. So it just changes things. And that's the beauty of those non-Brunson minutes. And it seems like, I've always knew, but Grand Theft is more of a point guard than Deuce. So that's going to help Deuce when Deuce comes back. Because now Grand Theft can handle the rock. He can handle the pill. You see how he handles the offense. He has a little floater game to him. He can kind of do a lot of pick and roll. He's quick as a jitterbug, right? You see how he moves around. So that changes a lot of things. It's a different wrinkle to what we do for that second unit. And the beauty of that is when Brunson came in, we had the game in hand, man. We had the game in hand. All in all, I thought Brunson was great, but to me, the star of the game was Josh Hart. I thought what he was doing offensively, knocking down shots, I thought was huge for this team. I thought Josh was major tonight. He was 2 for 6 from 3, 7 for 14, but him getting out, pushing the rock, hitting timely threes, getting layups, I thought he was active today, like typical Josh Hart. And I thought he was a big, big part to why the Knicks pretty much were able to pretty much win this game wire to wire, man. I thought it was great, a great showing for him, especially coming back from, what happened Friday night, man. So I thought it was great for Josh Hart. Guys, man, what do you think about Diawara, man? Yo, is it me or is this guy getting better and better and better each game? Yo, he looks like he needs to be in the rotation. Is it me? Let me know, guys. Am I bugging out? Am I jumping out the window here? Let me know. Am I wilding out? Let me, LV, you're bugging. Let me know. But Diawara looks different. Doesn't he look different? Doesn't he look different? With his size, he was giving Brown fits. He was giving Jaylen Brown fits. Was he not? That size and that activity, cutting to the rim, knocking down threes with no confidence, going to the rack, finishing, getting after it defensively. Yo, man, I think he's ready, man. What y'all think? I think he's ready. I'm telling you, 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, I think he should be getting a night. I think he gets Clarkson minutes. That's it. It's over. That's it. Look at this Grover. I'll say you bugging a little. Don't get too high or too low on the young guys. Come on, man. This Grover. Come on. Come on, this Grover. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. Come on, man. So now he's not that good? But if this is Zubac, you be like, oh man, we got to start Zubac over everybody. Right? If this is Kolick, he needs to go to the All-Star game. Come on, Disc Rover. Come on, man. Give the kid some credit. Look at this Rover. Mo is still up and down. He was abysmal during the Detroit game. Yo, this Rover, he's gonna have some tough games. He's a rookie. He's a rookie, man. But if you play him more, he's gonna play better. He's gonna play better, this Rover. Come on, man. You got to give this kid some credit. See what he was doing against Jaylen Brown? Jaylen Brown was cooking everybody, bullying them. He couldn't bully this kid. He couldn't. He was trying. He couldn't. He could not bully this kid. Come on, man. Come on. Yo, you got to give him more minutes, man. Look at this Rover. Look, I never get too high on Tyler. Also, Zubac is a starter. He got all defense. Yes, you love Zubac. You think Zubac is better than Cat. You think Zubac's going to be a Hall of Famer. Zubac. This Grover, no, I'm just messing with him. Yo, listen, man, I think Diawara deserves 15 to 20 minutes. You got to play him. Listen, look, man, look. This is a young man's league. And these guys, listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, these kids are coming in there more and more ready to play. Like they are. You just got to play them. That's it. You got to let them play through their mistakes. That's the key. I'm just being honest here. You got to play him. And you got to allow him to play through his mistakes. But what I'm seeing is a kid playing with a whole bunch of confidence. A whole bunch of confidence. And you got to ride that wave. Garrett Green, agreed. He's playing with confidence, knocking down threes, and in the Baja, you got that right. Rebounding like a big boy. Bodying up Jaylen Brown, challenging him, not backing down from that challenge. Come on, man. You cannot teach that. You cannot coach that. It's either in you or it's not. This kid's got it, man. He's got the goods, and he's got the size that we need, which I love. If he was 6'4" doing this, you'd be like, it reminds me of Shaman. This kid's about 6'9", 6'10" doing this, man. And that stroke, pause, from outside on three looks fabulous. Fabulous. You saw the way he finished when he got that bounce pass. He kind of scooped over with the scoop shot. I said, yo, this kid's playing with a hell of confidence, man. He believe you got to play him. How many minutes he got tonight? How many minutes he got tonight? D-War got 27 minutes tonight. Come on. 10 points, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Yo, you got to play this kid. That's what I want to see. 27 minutes. Now, it's a bit much. It's almost 30 minutes. I don't know. Okay, not 27. Okay, let me, LV. I gotta press the pause button on me. Let me relax. LV's gonna relax. I'm gonna chill. But what I'm saying is, I love anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Like you see how Mitch got 16 minutes tonight. I think that's good for DOR. Anywhere there too. I think it's good. I think that's great for him. I think that's great for him. I think that's really, 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 really good for him, man. But yo, man, that kid looks great, man. He looks great, man. When you see something you identify, especially a young guy like that, they found the diamond in the rough with this kid, man. I'm telling you, he's about 6'10", getting busy. He's only 20 years old. My man, you gotta play this kid a lot. This is a young man's league. This is how the league is going to be now, especially with this, second apron and stuff. You're going to have to play these young kids more. You're going to have to do that. You can't kind of sit back and kind of like let these kids develop. If a kid is ready, you got to play him. You got to play him. Okay, let me see here. Also, too, guys, was this not a fabulous showing for Alvarado? What say you guys? The kid from Brooklyn. Man, this kid, is he not exactly what we need? Perfect. You see how he gets after it defensively? He's a pest, and that's what you need. That steal that he had on Brown is perfect example. Even a couple of times Peyton Pritchard tried to go down and was pushing it up. This kid is in the passing lanes. He's deflecting the ball, doing all that stuff. Those are things you just can't coach, man. Those little things. That's what kind of, is kind of like the balancing blocks, right? That's kind of like, what tips the scale. Whether you win a championship or you don't. Little stuff like that. He's got those things, man. He's got those, those what's the word I'm looking for? He's got those skill sets, I'll say that. Oh, ready, here we go. He's got those intangibles, man. He's got those intangibles that you just can't coach, man. And that's why he's going to play over Kolek. He's way more athletic. And I love Kolek. I do. But he's a better athlete. And he gets after it defensively. That's what his thing. And then, now he's knocking down threes. What do you go for today? 2 for 4 from 3? Where do you go? 2 for 6. Well, great numbers. But he was getting after it defensively, man. Baseline to baseline. He was giving Pritchard problems. Pritchard couldn't get off him. Couldn't shake him. He had 2 steals today. And 1 block. So he had 3 stocks today. 3 stocks. Yo, man. 5 for 12, 2 for 6, 12 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists. 2 steals, 1 block. That's those are perfect numbers for a backup point guard coming in for Brunson. That is perfect. Perfect. Listen, guys, man. This might tip the scale for us. And then also, too, did you see kind of like he got the steal and he was chirping at Boston's bench? Yo, I love that. He was chirping, letting them know what time it is. Yo, I love that. They need more of that fire in their belly. See that? He got the steal chirping at the bench, telling them everybody to shut up. If you say you want something, get off the bench. Come over here. Get off the bench. Tell the coach to sub you in if you want some of this sauce. I love that. All my cats from Brooklyn, you know what time it is. Let me know where you at. Put BK in the chat. Let me know where you at. Salute for your man from Brooklyn. Representing y'all right. Where you from in Brooklyn? Where you from? Bushwick? You from Bushwick out there? I got family in the style, so I be in the style a lot. But I love that with him, man. I love that. But he was fabulous today. Fabulous. And once again, guys, you know, you're seeing a different energy from LV, man, and it's not really because we won. It's not, you know, even if we were lost, I'm being honest with you. What I loved is the energy in the fight today. I saw a team that wanted it today. I saw a team that got after it. I saw a team that was crashing on the rebounds, fighting for every loose ball. I saw a team that was locked in and met the challenge. Like I saw that. And that to me is all I wanted. That to me is all I wanted. Oh, he's from Williamsburg? Yeah, Williamsburg, Vibes. That's correct me if I'm wrong, Vibes. I'm not, you know, I be in Brooklyn sometimes, but not like that, Vibes. I be in and out. I tuck my chain too, Vibes. I'll be careful out there. Vibes, isn't that down by the Promenade and Brooklyn Bridge? Williamsburg? Vibes, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming to Rock with LV Live, man. Vibes, am I right? Isn't that down by over there? By the bridge. Oh, I'm too far down? Okay. So Vibes, is that so wait, but Vibes, that's not going towards Barclays, right? Because that's going towards Atlantic Avenue, right? Because Barclays is going towards Fort Greene, like Myrtle Ave. Right, Vibes? Lionel Monis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Big time win for the boys, man. Great bounce back. The Knicks are now 9-1 in the last 10. That's fabulous, man. Fabulous. Fabulous. We got the Pacers Tuesday night, I believe Tuesday. Let's smack them around. Then we got the Sixers after that. Back in Philly. Nova Nation out there in Villanova. That's what we're going to call it, man. They're going to call it Philly no more. We're going to call it Villanova. We're going to Villanova on Wednesday. But back to back, then after that's All-Star break. So, okay, Vibes. He's from Bushwick. Williamsburg is closer to Bushwick. Okay. Everybody getting tight, man. Yo, I see everybody in the chat chopping it up. Yo, it's over for Kolick, man. I love Kolick, but it's over for him. He finished. This kid, that's it. That's it. And be clear, it's not like this kid is that much better than Kolick. I want to be clear on that. It's not like he's so much better. Kolick's a bum. No. He just gives us what they want, right? And they want a point of attack defender, baseline to baseline, right? That's what you want. You want him in pause in their jockstrap from the top of the key all the way down to the other baseline. That's what you want. And Kolick doesn't really provide that. And so that's what Alvarado can do. And he's quick. He's got quick twitch muscles. You know what I'm saying? He's like a jitterbug. So once he comes off that screen, you got to respect him because he gets to hit that floater. And he's aggressive. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between him and Kolick. Vibes says, nah, Kolick can still play. Still play, what do you mean? Like in rotation? He's not going to get no rotation. Well, okay. If we have everybody back, Vibes, no. Because, you know, that's Deuce's minutes. So, and you got to think, too, Shaman coming off the bench. And then if we get somebody in a buyout, which I think the Knicks are going to probably do because they can afford it now with that $1.1 million, then he's really not going to see no minutes. Lionel Monis will be I know. Yeah, I know. Barclays is over by Atlantic Avenue, but that's going. I know that's going towards Fort Greene. I know a little bit about over there, man. I've been out there, man. I've been out there. Beyond Prospect Park, you know what I'm saying? Over by the library. Oh, by what's that? Brooklyn Heights over there? It's nice over there, man. That's where he shot the Cosby Show. All right, let me get into these chats, man. I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Super Bowl Sunday, man. Listen, great win for them boys. Great win to end off the week. Okay, you go this road. Why does everybody keep trying to call it now, all because Jose played well? No, I don't think nobody's doing that. But the reality is, this Grover, he gives something that Kolek just can't give. You know what I'm saying? I love Kolek. I love his game, but I just think for what this team is, they need a point of attack defender at the top of the key, right? And so that's what he could provide defensively and athletically, right? And so, as good as Kolek is, he just doesn't do that. He doesn't provide that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't provide that. Vibes says, once again, Bridges on his foolishness. DOR played Brown very well. Yo, listen, let me tell you something about Bridges. And I've defended him more than anybody. You know that. He gets kind of lazy with those loose balls. When those loose balls are kind of out, like those 50-50 balls for the offensive rebound, he gets kind of lazy with it. Lazy. And I don't know why. I wish I could talk to the coach. Yo, stop with these three-pointers are breaking, and they break the momentum. These threes, when there's nobody underneath the rim, you just chucking up three-pointers. Like, yo, stop. That's bad basketball. Man, I've been Bridges' biggest supporter. You know that. But, yo, those are bad shots. If he make it, fine. But if not, that's not even a 50-50 shot. That's a 90-10 shot. You're going to hit that 10% out of the, you know what I'm saying? The other 9 times you're going to miss. Only person that could do that on this planet is Steph Curry. That's bad basketball, man. That's not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. I don't know why they coach that, man. You get all these analytics guys and all these nerds behind the scenes. No disrespect to nerds, because I am a nerd too in a sense. But I'm saying you get all these guys who do all these statistics and analytics. Yo, the game is simple, man. Get a layup inside out. That's how you play the game. Towns was one sequence with Towns and Shamet was playing off of each other. He gave it to Towns in the post. Towns dribbling. He saw the double coming. He swung it back out to Shamet for 3. Bang, bang, money shot. It was in rhythm. Beautiful. That's the game, man. That's the game. I'm not coming down on a fast break or 2-on-1 and I'm chucking a 3. That's crazy. That's terrible basketball. Terrible basketball. Brunson was coming down on the break in the first half. He swung it over to Shamet. He's chucking a 3. I'm like, yo, my man, take it to the rack for a layup. You're not Steph Curry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, that's bad basketball. Yo, I lose it, man. I don't even care if we're up 10. I don't care. That is terrible hoops, man, because it teaches bad habits. Bad habits. And stuff like that is, I don't know if you guys have been to AAU games. You go out there, it's disgusting basketball. Disgusting. All these kids doing is dribble, chucking, and thinking they're Steph Curry. Step back, 5-6 steps back behind the three-point line, trying to chuck threes. Bad sequences, just really, really bad basketball. But it's stuff like that. They see it on the league. That's because it's being coached because of Steph. And the Warriors, what they did, it kind of hurt basketball, man. Because you don't know the basics. Get to the rack, man. Get to the rack and make a layup. Then you can work your way out and knock down a 3, because you're not as gifted as this kid. You're not. I don't care how good of a shooter you think you are. You're not that kid. Steph Curry's an outlier, man. He's one of one. And everybody think they're him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Tony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Big time win for them boys, 111-89. Get back in the winning column and have taken over sole possession of number 2 seed in the East by beating the Celtics 111-89. The captain, 31 points, 8 assists. Yo, what going on, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Big time win for them boys, man. Big time win for them boys. Hey, fellas, you guys getting that spread ready, man? Get that spread ready. Yo, I got that spread ready upstairs, man. Got that spread ready, man. What y'all got up there? I got sliders. I got 2 set of sliders. I got regular. I don't eat beef, so I eat turkey. So I eat turkey burgers. So I got the turkey burgers, sliders, and then I got the like salmon tacos. Got that, right? And of course you got the mozzarella sticks, you know what I'm saying, for the kids. I might have a couple, but then you have the chicken fingers, then of course you have the I didn't get wingettes today. I didn't get wingettes. I just got regular legs and regular wings. I do it up. I do my own barbecue sauce, my own, you know what I'm saying, my own special concoction, man. The LV special. And then Miss LV, she put them in after I put the sauce on it, put them in. But I use regular wings and regular chicken legs today. No wingettes, man. I went to the supermarket, man, wingettes were gone. I was like, yo, and then they had the little small bag. I was like, nah, it's just a wrap. And then you know how it is. It ain't when they want the small bag, right? But then they trying to bang you for like $30. I'm like, yo, for this? Oh, you bugging. Crazy. Because they upcharge it because they know it's Super Bowl weekend. So I said, nah. So I just got a couple packs of chicken. Let that joint defrost. You know how we do, right? Season that bad boy up. Put that special sauce on there. Pop it in the oven, man. Bang, bang. We rocking. Got that. And of course you got the chips and dip, right? Got the salsa. But I get the you guys gotta try the pineapple salsa. That joint is hard. You guys ever try that? Try the pineapple salsa. It comes in a jar. I'm gonna show you guys right here. This is what we do in the LV Live show. Sometimes we step away. I'm gonna show you the pineapple salsa I get. You guys gotta try it. I do it at my barbecues, man. Joint is official. You gotta try that. Joint is a hit, man. I'm telling you. Get that joint. Everybody be like, yo, what? Oh, here we go right here. You can either get the pineapple or you can get the mango joint. That joint be hitting when I do the cookouts. They be like, yo, where you get this? Okay, hold up. Hold on, pull it up. Oh, no, wait. That's not it. Hold on, I'm pull it up for you guys. Pull it up, show you the one I get. Where is it at? Because that's not it. I thought that was it. It's not it. That's it. Where's it at? Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to find it, man. I got it upstairs too. Oh, here you go. All right, here you go. I found it. It's my homeboy right here. It's got the actor on the cover. There you go, right here. Okay, LV's gonna share this with y'all, man. This is what I do. And I get also too, man. I get the different type of chips, the Tostitos chips, not Tostitos. It's like a different type of chips. But I get the blue joints. Get the blue corn. I get the blue corn, and I get the regular joints. I get the blue corn. That's the color it is too. That joint is official too. I hold. Okay, here we go. This is what I get. Put y'all on, man. Y'all gotta get this, man. Try to shoot out and get this right now. If y'all can. I get this right here. Newman's, Paul Newman, you know he's an actor. Pineapple salsa. That's what I get right here, man. I get that right there. That joint is the wave. Wave. You got to get that. You got to get that, man. That's the wave right there. That joint different. That joint hit different. Oh yeah, Rondo, get the loaded nachos. Yeah, I do that too. I put the ground turkey on it. I don't use the shredded cheese. I grate my cheese. You know what I'm saying? Rondo, I grate my cheese, right? I grate my cheese. Now I put it on top, and I get the Colby Jack. Put that on top. Let that marinate, right? Then I put the sour cream on top. Then you have the salsa joint on the side too. Money, we ready to go. We ready to rock. Yo, Tony, what? Ramen noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Nah, Tony, that sound like a stomach ache, man. Okay, Big Taz. I got salad, apple, celery, and carrot sticks. Yo, I love the carrot sticks. Carrot sticks is wave. I do that with hummus, Big Taz. I do that with hummus. Hummus is all right. That's official. I do that with the hummus. Big Taz, I do my salad. I put cranberries on my salad. Dried cranberries. Put strawberries, blueberries in my joint. And some feta cheese. Put that on top right there, Big Taz. Right, put the grilled chicken in there, Big Taz. You rocking. You rocking. That's how you do it. But yeah, I got a couple other things too up there, man. You got a couple of got some quesadillas, you know what I'm saying? Got, chop that up with some grilled chicken, do that for the kids, you know what I mean? They do that. And then what else? I think that's pretty much it, man. I think that's pretty much it. Just like finger foods like that. And then that's it. Then you good money. Of course, you have a little side salad up there, and that's it, man. You're good. You're rocking, man. You're ready for the game. Okay, Eric Green says the difference is that Alvarado's a dog and Kolick isn't. Keep Grand Theft away. Yeah, Eric Green. That's heat rock right there. Heat rock. Word up, right? I mean, yo, everybody, 2 thumbs up to Eric Green for that, man. Yo, that's right. Keep him away. That's what you want. Yo, you right. Yo, listen. You ain't never lied, man. You ain't never lied. That's how it's supposed to be, man. That's how it's supposed to be. That's you wanting your team. I love Kolick, but he looks like, he looks like a banker. You know what I'm saying? I love him. But someone, and don't get me wrong, that's not right. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but when you on their court, that's what you want. You want an attack dog. That's what you want, man. And once again, he making layups. He's getting steals. He's chirping at the bench. He's chirping at Boston. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man. That's what you want. You want a guy like that, man. Come on, man. Gotta have a little fire in your belly. Rondo says, I agree, man. I hate those 3-point chucks as soon as it. Yo, Rondo, I don't know why they do that, but Rondo, they're being coached to do that, man. They're being coached to do that. I don't know why they're being coached to do that. That's a bad shot. That's a bad shot. That's not a good basketball shot, man. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that. Straight soon as you cross, they chuck it a 3. No one's even down in the rebound, man. See, that's where I say Steph ruined the game, because he's such a good shooter, and he's such he's an anomaly, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like a mutant. You know what I'm saying? He's like an X-Men. He's like a mutant. You know what I mean? Like, because he just be chucking threes. Like, the one game where I knew he was different. Let me ask you if you guys remember this. The one game where I knew he was different. It was a game against OKC, right? And I think they were down 1, something like that, because they were losing. They came back. And it was maybe like 20 seconds left in the game. So you can come down and kind of work the clock. Yo, he came down, took 3 steps over the half court. He took 3 steps over half court. Bang. I said, yo. He made the shot. I said, yo, and he walked off and just looked at everybody. They started doing the shake. Like that. I said, yo, he different, man. I said, yo, ain't nobody like him. Nobody. But what that did is that made a whole bunch of dudes think they could do that. And that's terrible basketball. A whole bunch of cats think they can come down and do that. And you can't. He come on. Just like everybody, everybody think they can be like Jordan or Kobe. No, man, you can't. Those guys are one-on-ones. That's what Steph is, man. You know what I'm saying? He came down. It was against OKC. I never forget it, because it was a great game. And I said, it's coming down to the wire. So they were coming down. There was maybe 20 seconds left. And he was 2 steps over half court. He pulled. I said, yo, he bugging for that shot. It ain't like it's 5 seconds left. And he hit that shot. I was about to say, sugar honey iced tea. He hit that shot, and I said, yo, he's bugging. And it went in. I said, yo, to have the balls to shoot that shot, I said, yo, I ain't never seen nothing like that, man, ever. And here you go right here. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. The game was tied. It was 5 seconds left. Now you could have got a layup out of this, or maybe pull like from. You could have pulled from maybe like, from like a 15-foot or something. Like you could have got closer to the 3-point line. Something. You could have did something like that, right? Hold on, I'm gonna share with you guys right now, right? This is the shot. So when he did this, let me make sure I got it all queued up for you guys, because this is what I'm saying. And this now if you see this, right, you're gonna see it. So yeah, it's a bad shot, but not to this guy. This was almost 10 years ago when he hit this shot. So watch this. Yo, my man, look at that. Bang. Yo, look at that, man. That's a crazy shot. But look, that's terrible basketball, but he's so good. Look, here come the shake. Yo, they ain't show it. Oh, look at my man CP. Big shouts to those guys over there on Knicks fan TV. But yo, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like that's my point. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled that. I said, he's crazy for that. Crazy. And that's the way the game is now. That's the way the game is. And these guys think they can do that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what are you guys doing? It's a bad shot. You cannot do what that guy can do. You can't. You can't. And that's kind of like the problem I have. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the problem I have with that. Now, of course they're gonna say, yo, but that's the analytics, LV. That's it. No, man, it's bad basketball, man. Bad basketball. But guys, all in all, listen, I thought it was a great win today, man. I thought it was a great win. And I thought also, too, regarding the win, I thought it was good to see a lot of guys come out and produce at a very, very high level. It was great to see Josh Hart bounce back. Great to see Alvarado, what he did first game as a Knick, right? I thought he was sensational. But then also, too, man, what Mohamed Diawara, man, what he's becoming for this team, I think it's fabulous what we see his ascension, man, and what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like what he's doing. Like, you got to think this kid's only 20 years old and he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So it's just insane, man. It's just insane what's going on, man, with him and how well he's playing as a basketball player. And I think it's fabulous, man. I think it's fabulous to see exactly, just how well he's playing as a young player for the Knicks. And I truly think, just being honest with you guys, I really think he could be a young star here, man. From what I see, the potential that he has, I think he could be a star for this team. I just think he's got to be given a chance. And it's so funny. We played Boston today, and it was Joe Mazzulla that said, the way that these guys are playing, it's only right that they're playing this well because they're playing a lot. Remember, he said that to Austin Rivers. He said, well, how are these guys able to play this way? He's like, yo, man, these guys are playing. That's the only reason why they're playing so well. And so to me, that's what I love to see from this kid. Now, of course, it's all because Deuce is not here. But my thing is that if Deuce is down, and he's gonna be down for a while, you guys saw the report, 6 to 8 weeks. And this kid continues to play well, I don't know how. And we're running to the playoffs, and he's on a heater by playing really, really well, very similar to what Shamet was last year. You got to make sure you continue to give this guy minutes. You have to. You got to make sure you continue to give him minutes. There's no way you sit back and you kind of like just, put him back on the bench. Like that's insane if they do that. Especially with his size and his athleticism, you got to play this kid, man. You got to play him. I don't care how they figure it out or what they do, but you got to find minutes for him. You have to. All right, let me get in here. I'm trying to find the interview here. Can't really see it. Lionel Mona said Mo's a diamond in the rough. Agreed, man. Agreed. Vibe says crazy that DOR is a better three-point shooter than Bridges. I think he just shoots his shot in rhythm. Vibes. He ain't coming down just chucking it with nobody underneath the rim. Everything is in the flow of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Vibes like that. Like that's how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that's why he's playing within himself. You know, he really truly is. And I think that the more he plays, the better he's going to get, man. And he's the prototypical size right now of what the league wants. A guy that's about 6'9", 6'10", that's long, that's athletic, can shoot the three, can stretch the floor, can push the ball up, right? And he's got the size to rebound and bang with guys from 3 to 5, because he can guard centers too, because he's that big. Now, of course, you don't want him guarding centers all the time, but if you make a switch, and let's say you switch, Vujicic onto him, or he's got to guard him, he can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he's going to stop him, but he's got the size to be able to kind of make it somewhat difficult for him. He's interchangeable. That's the beauty of him. Tony says Mikal Bridges is an average player, man, and we're the only team in the league that thinks he's a Kawhi Leonard. No, I don't think that. Tony, let me tell you something. That deal that we made with the Hornets, that was a Knicks tax, man. There's no way he's worth 5 picks. I mean, we've said this in nauseum on this show. There's no way he's worth that. But that was the Villanova thing that they were trying to do before they even made the move for Dante, right? Dante was still here. So they was going to bring all those guys together, and that was like the big thing, right? A lot of nepotism with the Knicks too. Let's be real about that. A lot of that goes on within the Knicks. And so that's what they were trying to do. So it was a Knicks tax. That's why they gave up 5 picks for the kid. They knew they could bang the Knicks for that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nets said, "All right, yo, you want him? Yo, give us 5 picks." Like jokingly, the Knicks say, "All right, we'll do that." And they say, "Yo, for real? You give us 5 picks for him? All right, we'll take that deal." You know what I'm saying? That's probably what happened. And that was all, you know what I mean, to bring that whole, what was it, Nova Scotia? Remember when everyone was saying that? Yo, Chaz Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Big time win for them boys. Chaz says it also helped that Boston was only 17% from threes, while the Knicks were 40% from threes. The Knicks are shooting efficiently today. They just need to clean up on the free throws. Agreed. But I think, Chaz, that's Boston's game. Remember, that's how they lost to us last year, because they were up by 20 both games. If they just would have played, it goes back to what I said earlier, simple basketball, making layups and going, instead of kicking out and chucking threes when you're up by 20, they would have won both of those games with no problem. But this is their game. They live and die by that three. And if it's not falling, you see games like this. You see they're a high volume 3-point shooting team. And when Tatum's out there, they look exceptional. But when they're not making them, that changes everything. And that's why they look the way they look tonight. That's it. That's why I mentioned, like, everyone's just chucking threes. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the Warriors, man. This girl said, LV, man, most teams were offering 4 first-rounders for Mikal before he came here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, this Grover. So it was a Knicks tax. You know that. And so, I mean, you know what time it is, man. They got over. They got over on us. Because listen, when that deal was made, no one thought Dante was going anywhere. There was no way. We thought Dante was going to get moved. I didn't think that. Did anybody think Dante was going to get moved when that deal was made? No, I thought this was it. This was the Nova guys. They're coming together. Bang, bang, boom. But then the Towns thing came available, right? And this is something that Leon and those guys, they was trying to get Towns here. From what I heard, and all the reports that were out there, the Knicks have always been kind of talking to the Wolves about Towns and bringing them back home. And so they, they was kind of like, the Wolves knew the Knicks wanted them more so than Leon. And they said, all right, well, give us Dante. and that's why the deal was kind of like on a stalemate for a minute. Man, the Knicks had to strike, man, because they didn't want nobody else to call in and kind of say, all right, we'll do this for Towns, and that's it. So the Knicks wanted to take advantage of that, especially because they knew they weren't going to re-sign Randall. They weren't. This Grover, Dante wasn't supposed to be moved, but the allure of Cat was too high. Agreed. This Grover, agreed. And guys, let's be honest, it's worked out, hasn't it? Hasn't it worked out? We're still one of the best teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? So last year, remember, outside of those top three, Boston, OKC, and of course Cleveland, we were right there. We're like the number 4, number 5 best team in the league. And right now, what would you say? You say we're top 5 team in the league right now? I think so. We just beat Denver. I think we're better than the Rockets. You got to give Detroit the edge right now, right? OKC, right? I think we're better than the Spurs. We've proven that, and I think we should have beat the Spurs twice. We kind of had a hiccup there, but I think we're better than the Spurs. Right? So who else? So I think to me, it's if you really want to do it, I think it's OKC, Detroit, right? Throw Detroit in there, the top of the East. And I think we're number 3. I think we're better than Denver. I think we're better, and this is when everybody's fully loaded. I think we're better than San Antonio. I think we're better than the Rockets. I think we're better than Minnesota. And of course, I think we're better than, the Cavs and Boston. And you know what I mean? So I think we're number 3 right now. What say you guys? This Grover says, it's a shame, though. I feel like the 4 Novas boys could have been wrecking havoc. Listen, this Grover, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, this Grover. And that was kind of like what was mad. And remember, they held off on making the deal. They didn't want to make the deal because they was trying to move other people around. The Wolves said, no, we want Dante. No, LV, the Knicks' greatest enemy are the refs. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't like Towns. You have issues with Towns, but isn't it? Don't Towns get a terrible whistle? Doesn't he get a terrible whistle? He got fouled numerous times today, man. He doesn't get any calls. And all them fouls that Jaylen Brown gets and all these other dudes, Towns doesn't get nothing like that. And he's initiating contact. Guys are hitting him. They're getting, that's why he's falling to the ground. He's getting hit. He doesn't get any calls, man. None. This Grover agreed. This Grover, man, I'm telling you, it definitely has. And that's a big part, man. To Towns' frustration and a lot of stuff. I mean, come on, guys. He's got to get someone to more respect to the whistle too. People try to say Brunson's foul bait, and he don't foul bait nothing, man. They can't check him. They be trying to push him around and stuff like that. And he does a nice step through. He draws the fouls. That's what he does. Everyone does that. Brunson ain't out there just flopping. All right, gotta share something with you boys real quick. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man, on the Super Bowl Sunday, man. Big time win for them boys. They have won now 9 out of their last 10 games. Great win for them Knicks. They 111-89 by beating those boys over there in Beantown. Smacking them up real quick. All right. Defensive player of the game, guys. So my man, Mo Diawara. Look at that. Great for him, man. Great for him, man. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. You got Grand Theft up in there now. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? With Josh in the back, you know what I'm saying? Towns. Well deserving of this kid, man. I'm telling you, he's a star, man. I'm telling you, he's a diamond in the rough, man. Whoever said that earlier, big shouts to you for saying that. But that's what he is, man. He's a diamond in the rough, man. It's great to see, man. Just defensive player of the game for him, man. Awesome. Awesome for DOR. Awesome. Okay, here. Let me take a look here. Okay. Okay, so James Edwards III said Mike Brown, because they don't put his interviews up because he was on national television. So they're on national television. So of course, I don't get the MSG joint that I usually like to see here. But Mike Brown says, good win by our guys, especially after getting blown out the other night. That's what the coach said tonight. And then also, too, Brown said going into the game, he planned on playing Alvarado between 22 and 23 minutes. He played 25, and he gave us a different look because he's so quick with the ball. Agreed. Listen, Alvarado tonight, guys, based on James Edwards III. There we go. Alvarado had 6 of the team's 18 deflections, guys. 6. Yo, man, he gives us a different thing, man. A different thing. You guys got to think what that is. How that stuff is game changing, man. Point of attack defense. You can't coach that stuff. You just can't. Oh, look at this Grover. Let's hold off on saying he's going to be a star. This Grover, I think so, man. I think he can be, man. Okay, this Grover, let's say this. He's got potential to be that. I see it in him. I see it. This Grover says that's a lot of expectations to put on a 20-year-old. Really? This Grover, you feel Zubac should be a Hall of Famer, man. That's a lot of expectations to put on a player like that. Yo, but guys, 6 deflections tonight for him in his first game, man. Listen, he's going to change the game for us, man. He really, really, truly is. He's going to change the game, man. He's going to change the game big time. Big time. Big time. Just because he gets after it defensively, man. He does things that you just can't coach out there. You just can't. And because of his activity, as far as how he pushes up the court and just always in the mix with things, man. Just always in the mix, just always getting in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta love that, man. He's like a pest, man. That's basically what he is. And you need that at the point of attack. You need that. You need that at the point of attack. And so it's just great to see, man. It's just great to see. It's great to see. Really, really, really great to see, man. And I think he's playing extremely, extremely, extremely well, man, for his first game. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, as the season goes on, we all understand this is going to be a little bit, a little bit more tougher, right? But for his first showing, being back home and stuff like that, I think it was a great showing, man. I think it was a great showing. Okay, Big Taz says, LV, man, do you think that the Knicks should acquire Boucher? I think so, Big Taz. Big Task, I think so. Because I think he's got the size and the athleticism that they need. Even though Diawara gives that, Boucher's he's a vet, and he can shoot it too. So now, with that second unit, we'll just be lethal, man. The key is for when those non-Brunson minutes are big, right? So you got to make sure that when Brunson's not there, and that's what happened today. That's why we won the game, I think. We're able to still keep the lead, or if not, add on to the lead. So when Brunson comes back in, as you saw, he can close the deal. He closed the show. Like he did, hit a couple of threes, and that was it. Once he banged a couple of threes like that, I said, game over, man. Game over. But that's because that second unit with Towns out there, and of course, Grand Theft and Shamet, of course, Diawara, they were able to kind of like push the lead up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was great. All right, my man Yuri's here. He wants to hop on. Hope all is well with you, Yuri, man. I'll give you the link right now. Also, too, this is the link for everybody else. If anybody wants to hop on and give their perspective of this game, talk about Grand Theft, or talk about Diawara, talk about the captain's great showing, bounce back. It's your time to talk about it, man. So let me put the link in here. If anybody wants to hop on, you are more than welcome to do so on this Super Bowl Sunday. And let's hear what everyone has to say, man. Listen, great win today for them boys, man. Great win for them boys. Awesome win. Awesome win. I'm trying to see if I can find any of these interviews, man. Hey guys, really quick, do you think we should keep OG out until the All-Star break? I think we should keep OG out. No need to rush him back, right? Keep OG out. What say you guys, everybody in the chat? Do you think we should keep OG out? Michael, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. It's my first time seeing you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. If you can do so, please subscribe to the channel, Michael. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. All right, cool. Let's get you in here, Yuri. Oh, a second here.
LV.
What's going on, sir? What's going on? What's the word,
what
man?
What a bounce back win in dominant fashion. Damn, the taste of my coffee, taste of your coffee tastes better now that we have a Knicks win. Oh, man, there's so many highlights, but Jose Alvarado, you are a dog. Straight dog. Dog growls. He locked up Jaylen Brown in those final minutes when Jaylen Brown tried to force his team to cut the lead short. I love the substitutions by Mike Brown just to get Cat out of the game after the goggles got taken off and Boston started making that run. He puts Mitch in, and LV, he left Mitch in for a really amount of time, even after he missed free throws. He was like, oh, foul Mitch. I don't care. Foul him. Your second half comes, we're just going to smoke you. I thought that was a really good adjustment by Brown. Overall, great team win. Mikal Bridges took up the challenge of guarding Jaylen Brown and got him really good in the first half, along with Hart. Then Jaylen Brown got loosed in the second half. Overall, good team win. What says you?
Listen, Yuri, great breakdown. I totally agree, man. I thought Mike Brown was great with his substitutions today as well. I thought him kind of, he's been doing it as of late, leaning on Towns and Mitch at the same time. I thought Towns had solid minutes also.
Right.
But then he's able to kind of take him out and bring Mitch in, and we don't really lose much. We just get better defensively. If Mitch can knock down his free throws, that's a weapon, because now they're not going to be able to force him off the court, right? And that's kind of like what hurts Mitch. But those interchangeable lineups, but those non-Brunson minutes, Yuri, was huge. Of course, absolutely. Like you mentioned, Alvarado, Grand Theft, he was fabulous today. But he provides us and gives us what we haven't had in some time. Because even though Deuce is a great defender, he's not as quick as Alvarado. So from baseline to baseline, he can really, really cause some havoc, right, defensively, which can really make it hard for the other teams to get into the offense, right? Because he's like a pest. So he just throws your game totally off. And then if you put the ball on the floor, you got to be careful, because he will –
he will get you. And he got Brown. He got the Boston Celtics a few times. Even when times it went out of balance, you can just feel Alvarado's impact on the court. It was contagious. Mikal got in on it. Mohamed Diawara got on it. Jaylen got on it. And what did we talk about, LV, a few nights ago? Can Jose Alvarado be that dog to infect a team with energy? Because the Pistons game, let's be real, V. There was no energy in that game. No, none whatsoever. Pistons bullied us, and I'm imagining say, what if we had Alvarado in the Pistons game? Would it have been better? Would it have been better? Would we have not gotten blown out by 38? I don't know. But I'm interested in that Pistons game next week, LV, with Alvarado in it. I'm real interested now.
Yeah, listen, I totally agree with you, man. And I think also too, because that's going to be after the All-Star break. So what is that? On 2/19. So our last game is next week, is the 76ers right before the All-Star break. So we get 8 days off, which is good. So we're going to see them in the Garden right after the All-Star break, which I think is great. And then you really, then we can really kind of wake some things up here. I mean, we're not going to have Deuce, but with Alvarado there and the ascension of Mo Diawara and how well he's playing.
And we have the buyout market coming up soon.
Right.
And we heard Knicks front office, they're finally prioritizing wing depth.
Right, which I think is important. I love. I mean, I mentioned it earlier the other day on my show. I love the kid out of Toronto who played with OG, Boucher. I love him. He's got great size. He can shoot it. You also have Kyle Anderson. He's a local kid from Jersey City. You got him. They're talking about George Niang. No way. Because remember, it has to be under a certain amount of money, because we only have $1.1 million, right, Yuri? So anything like, I believe the number, I'm trying to remember, I think the number is like 14 million. Like anybody that's making more than that or something like that, the Knicks can't touch them. Like it can't be like, you know what I'm saying? So it has to be under a certain amount of money that the Knicks can touch. You know, I think I lost Yuri. And so that's kind of like how it is with that. Hit him up, New York, New Jersey, man. Long time no see. Hope all is well, man. Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live, man. Big time win for them boys, 111-89, man. Josh Hart, 19 points, 6 rebounds. He said, should we go after Cam Thomas? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. Here's the reason why. We need more wings than we do guards. But the other dynamic, too, is you guys let me know, man. Do you think, just throwing it out there to you, do you think he's going to fit well in that locker room? This is for everybody. Also, to the links in there in the chat if anybody wants to hop on. Do you think he's going to fit well in this locker room? I don't think he fits well in this locker room, man. I don't think so at all. And that's the dynamic too with that, right? Does he fit well? I told you guys earlier, it's like a lot of nepotism with the Knicks. They bring certain guys in that locker room, certain dudes. They got a vibe up in there. You know that, right? So does Cam Thomas fit in that locker room? Does he? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's very glaring when a guy like him can score the way he scores and is very, very good offensively. Very, very good. Very gifted. And nobody wants to touch him, man. The Nets just waived him. Why they just cut you from the team? And you're that good. Like, why? Why do they do that, man? So that follows you everywhere. That gets around the league. And they couldn't find a location for you. Nobody wanted to trade for you. It's the same thing that's going on with John Morant. Same thing. Nobody wants to touch him. Why, man? Why? This is where the politics come in, right? This is anything in life. All right? This is everybody out. This is anything in life. Anything. They got to like you, man. I don't care where you are in life. Business, sports teams, friends and family, getting invites to parties, whatever, they got to like you, man. If they don't like you, they're not going to invite you. They're not going to hire you. And they're not going to put you down in their team. They're not going to, because no one likes you. You're not a likable person. You got bad habits, and the word travels, especially in the NBA. It's very, very small. It's very fraternal. You know this. All these guys, all these coaches know each other. Everybody. So I don't know. So that's a red flag to me that no one wants to touch this guy, as good as he is offensively. It's got to gel in that locker room. It's got to gel, no matter how talented you are. And so that makes me raise an eyebrow. Eddie Kofi says, yes, Cam Thomas is good material. So Eddie Kofi, you would go after Cam Thomas? Just asking, Eddie Kofi. Big Taz says, I think the game has changed. Just being a scorer is not enough anymore. Yo, Big Taz agreed. Agreed. It's not. It's not. You got to be able to do so many other different things, man. And then also, too, Big Taz, listen, does anybody want you on their team, man? Do they want you around? That matters, man. That matters, Big Taz. They got to want you around. They got to want you around. They have to. Look at this Grover. He says no to Cam Thomas. Yo, this Grover, I agree, man. I agree. Look at this Grover. Boucher or Kyle Anderson. Look at that. Boucher, man. Yo, this Grover, man. I love that. Hit him up, New York, New Jersey. Said when Brunson is out, Cam will still give you elite scoring plus. He's cool with Mikal from the Nets. Yeah, but this ain't Mikal's team, though, man. This ain't Mikal's team. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why would they bring in another guard? They just brought in Alvarado. You know what I'm saying? Another scoring guard. They already got Deuce. He'll be back for the playoffs. It ain't like he's out for 5 years. He's going to be back soon. So you don't want to clog up that lane, right? You don't want to do that. And you need more wing depth. You do. You need that more than you do guards. You got enough guards and guys that can score. I know Clarkson plays no defense, but he can score. So he's basically like Cam Thomas, the same thing. I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Cam Thomas, but they're like the same guy. They could just score and don't play defense. So you basically have the same guy. Why would you go out and get another guy that's very similar to this guy? You want something different for your team. You need another wing. You do, especially OG's down right now, right? So, I mean, OG be back, but I'm just saying. Eddie Kofi, they are professionals, so they will handle him well. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. So what happens to our young talents? Regarding what? You mean on the Knicks? Young talents like who? Kolick and Diawara? Like, is that what you're asking me? Just throwing it out there, just asking. Okay, Big Tassin, remember when Drummond said the one of the keys to last in the NBA is being a very good teammate? Agreed. I remember that. I think he said that to a bunch of kids, right, Big Task? He was talking to them like he's been being a mentor or something like that. I think he was saying that to his AAU team. I think that's who he was saying it to. David Smith, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. Hey, David Smith, man, listen, man. Big shouts to you, man. I know you're a big Cat guy. Having Cat back changes everything, David Smith. Changes everything. It opens up the floor so much for everybody else. Cat being out there changes everything. It makes things so much easier, man, because you got to respect him. His gravity is ill. Because you got to respect him, because if not, he'll drop 40 on you. I mean, that's just how good he is. Or if not 50, right? Like, that's how good of an offensive player he is. So he pulls bigs, and you got to kind of lean on that side of the court because you got to respect him, because most guys can't check Cat. And so you're going to have to use one of your better defensive players like a Jaylen Brown or whomever to guard Cat. And so it opens the floor for guys like Brunson or guys like Josh Hart to go off, or guys like Mikal Bridges. He had 14 tonight, right? For everybody else to get busy because of the gravity of Cat. What a difference look like when Cat is on the court as opposed to no Cat, night and day. Well said, sir. I just said that. I just said that. Big Tash, yeah, I remember that clip. Yep. I saw that's when he was talking to his AAU team. Eddie Kofi says the Celtics look stunned. Yeah, man, because they shoot too many threes. How many threes they shot today, man? And it happened last year in the playoffs to them too, man. Like, you gotta get to the point you stop shooting, just go to the rack. They shot 41 threes, man. They were 7 for 41 today, man. They were 7 for 41. They shot 37% from the field. That's because they're bad shots, man. Bad shots. They couldn't throw the ball in the river, man. That happens. But when you have an offense like that, you better have them dogs. I mean, you better have snipers from the outside. If you don't, you're gonna have nights like this. And when the playoffs come, it's gonna be pretty much, a rerun of what we did to them last year. Because the playoffs is different, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to get to it, man. However you can, because the defenses are tougher. They let you kind of grab and push a little bit. Basically, what the Pistons do, they let you do that in the playoffs. So you got to be able to weather that, especially if your shot's not falling. And if you can't, oh, man, you're going to have a tough night, man. Tough night. And that's basically what happened to them tonight. Yeah, Discover. That's insane, Discover, man. But that's what I mean by Discover when I say, that's just bad basketball, man. It's bad. You should stop shooting. You should try to say, okay, let's go to rack. You should stop doing that. But see, these guys, they don't do that, man. They want to continue to just chuck up threes, man. Just chuck them up. That's bad basketball. Bad. Now you're going to make some of them, yeah, but come on, man. Come on. They also shot 37% from the field. Like, that can't be your whole offense. Mike says, that's the problem with Boston, man. They chuck mad. That's what I'm saying. It's insane. But that's terrible basketball, Mike. That's terrible basketball. Terrible basketball. Eddie Kofi says, we beat Boston. I want the Patriots to lose this evening. Yo, I don't really, honestly, let me tell you something, guys. We talk about Super Bowl real quick. I don't really care who wins. I have no dog in the fight. I just want to see a good game. I think Seahawks come out on top. They're tough, man. They're really, really good. Really got great defense, got great offense. If you guys haven't seen Jackson Smith and Jigba, yo, he is he's a hell of a player, man. He's a really, really good receiver. No one really speaks about him because remember, he's in the Pacific Northwest. No one that's like you're in the middle of nowhere out there. You're basically close to Alaska. That's how it is up there. It's so far away from everything. You know what I mean? You're at basically the top of the country in the Northwest. Like you're at the tippy top. So you're in the middle of nowhere, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, always rains up there in Seattle. You know what I mean? So that's why no one really sees him. But yo, he is official. David Smith says this offense is a guard-featured offense. That Golden State with a Tibbs roster. It is a complete waste of Towns' talent and OG and others' talent. Only Brunson, Deuce, and Shamet benefit. David Smith, that's well said, man. I mean, I totally agree. I mean, everybody's got to kind of change their game because that's basically what the offense is. Let's be real with you. Like, I'm happy about, how well the team is playing, but the team is really, really good. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that 1 second, guys. I'm back, but see, I'm out here. They ready for Super Bowl hors d'oeuvres. You know what I'm saying? The appetizers. They calling me. Come on, Dad. I'm ready. Everybody got to relax. Man. Chill out. I'm rocking with y'all real quick. So that's the thing, right? So guys like Towns, they got to change their game. You know what I mean? And guys are able to do that because they're just really, really good players. They can adjust, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm not surprised that they're winning games because we're just that good. We're that good of a team, top to bottom. We're really a well-assembled team if you put the right offense in. Now, I don't like chucking threes. I don't like that. I think a good number for us is 30 a game. I don't want to shoot 40 a game. I don't think they were that good of a three-point shooting team. And you can't shoot corner threes forever. Like, you can't do that. And that's what Bridges and OG are really good at. So Shaman is like a hit and miss. He's solid this year, but he has, he's an average three-point shooter. Deuce has just started becoming really good. But do we have enough sample size of Deuce to say this is what he does? He's a great three-point shooter. I can't say that. So you got to kind of change your offense. And the reality is that Mike Brown, he's never been an offensive guy. He learned this from Steve Kerr, and he's bringing that over here. And yeah, it worked for those guys because I mentioned earlier, look who you had shooting the ball. That's not going to work for everybody. But if you're a limited offensive coach and you ain't really your skill set, you're going to lean into that because you've seen it work and win, but you got to have the pieces for that, man. You got to have the dogs for that. But he can't counter from that because he's never really had the skill set to do that. He's more of a defensive guy. Right? I mean, it's just the truth. So, I mean, guys like Towns and those guys, they've had to take a back seat. They've had to, just for the, you want to be a good teammate and you want to win games. So you kind of say, all right, let me get out of my own ego and let me try to, do what's best for the team. And Towns has done that. But even with that, man, he's still an all-star. That's how good of a player he is. He still leads the league in double-doubles. That's how great of a player he is. David Smith, yes, the Cat leading the league, 35th double-double of the year, league leader in rebounding. Right, Cat, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. With a big task. I've been saying that Drake May will win the Super Bowl. You've been saying that, big task? Okay. Okay, Lori's Toby? 2560. Am I saying it right? I don't want to butcher your name, please. I apologize. Lori's Toby. Can I just call you Lori? Is that okay? I don't want to call you Toby. I don't want to do that. I'll call you just Lori. Is that okay? Or am I pronouncing it right? Or is it Loris? Like, I don't know. He has an offensive coordinator. Agreed. He does, but that offense is the Warriors offense. He brought that from Steve Kerr. Whoever he brought in is probably a guy that kind of he knows or whatever. Yes. Okay, Lori. I can call you Lori. Okay. So that's all from Steve Kerr. Like that whole offensive stat. Prior to that, Mike Brown was never known for his offense. He was known for defense. Remember, he got all that stuff from when he worked coach under Coach Pop, and then he got all those other jobs. He was known for defense. He's very limited offensively. He went to Golden State for those 3-4 seasons. They won championships. He learned that from Steve Kerr. Then he implemented that in Sacramento. So he's bringing the same thing here. So, it looks good because we're a really good team. It works. But you've got to be real with the pieces that you have. And does it really fit for this offense? And we're able to win games. I don't really think so much offensively because we're just gifted offensively. I think we're getting after it on the defensive end. Today was a defensive win again, right? So that's what I felt about today's win. We got after it defensively. We kind of stopped them. And that was it. Remember, we shut them down in that third quarter, guys. Another great third quarter for us. We shut them down in the third quarter. They only scored 15 points in that third quarter. We beat them 25-15. It was a wire-to-wire victory for us. And then after that, going into the fourth, we were up by 17 or 10 or whatever it was. And it was double digits. I know that. And then that was it. The captain came in, knocked down a couple of threes, bumped the lead back up, and that was it. Game over. So that offense is gonna flow regardless because we have really, really good players. Really, really good players. So that's the thing. But Lori, listen, I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. Listen, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. This is what we do after every Knicks game. So please subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to continue to come by and rock with me and my crew after the game because this is what we do. Okay, Big Taz says Drake May is focused. Yeah, we'll see, man. Listen, it's gonna be a great game, man. I just want it to be a good game. That's it. Eddie Kofi, why does Celtics rely on three-pointers? Is that just coaches design plays? Yeah, man, that's how they run things, man. That's how they run it. A big part of it is Tatum. And they got to remember what they had last year, right? So they had Porzingis, they had White, they had Holiday, they had Tatum, they had Brown. All three of those guys are good three-point shooters, right? So it forces you to guard them. And then, of course, you had Al Horford, right? So everything is 5 out with them. A big part of that's Porzingis. Porzingis changed them. He was the cheat code for them. But now he's not there. Drew Holiday's not there. Al Horford's not there. And, of course, Tatum's not there. So that changes everything. So you got to rely on that. And if you ain't got no dogs out there that can light it up offensively, you're going to struggle. And that's what you're seeing now. Now, they're able to win games here and there. Like, they're playing really well this year. But they're going to cap out. Trust me, they're going to cap out. Because you saw what they have today. You saw what they rolled out. Offensively, they just don't have it. It's just Brown and White. That's it. They got a bunch of average dudes out there. Average dudes. And Peyton Pritchard has come back down to earth, too. You know what I mean? So that's the gravity of Jason Tatum too, and Porzingis and Holiday, but really Tatum, right? So you've seen him come back down to earth. So Tony says, I'm not impressed with this team. Excuse me, with this win. When Tatum comes back in April, Boston will be top of the East. They will be our biggest test come playoffs. Remember, I said this. Tony, you think Tatum's coming back? I don't think Tatum's coming back, man. I don't think he's coming back. If he comes back, that would be insane. That would be really bad malpractice, man. They need to sit him, man. He's too important to their team. Why would they even risk that? No one's done this before. He's not a superhuman. Like, you know what I mean? He needs to chill. You know what I'm saying? And just wait till next year, man. Like, don't need to rush it back, man. You're doing too much. It's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. That's really, really bad by their medical staff if they try to force him back. That's really, really, really bad for them. That's malpractice, man. They shouldn't do that. I don't care what he says. I don't care how he feels. You got to be smart, man. Eric Green says, remember last season, man, the third quarter was a big problem. We lost leads or teams separated from us. We are much better this year. Second half ball agreement. It's no longer the third quarter of doom, right, Eric Green? That's what it was last year. Third quarter of doom. We're coming out better. Last year, we just always came out like as if we was eating pizza in the back. You know what I mean? Eating triple cheeseburgers. Like we was like, yo, what's wrong with it? We look sluggish, right? Guys are back there eating milk, drinking milkshakes. I said, yo, man, they coming out look like they're half asleep. Insane, man. Insane. I got Yuri back.
Yes. LV, sorry about the disconnect.
No problem, Yuri. Yeah, finish making your point, man. No problem.
My point was that it's crazy how much of a difference Alvarado made when I literally was having a convo with Ann about this, saying, is he going to be the one to fix that mentality, that dog mentality where, okay, Cat doesn't have it. You're getting clobbered on a defensive end. Who's going to be the one to throw a punch? Don't be surprised if Jose Alvarado throws a punch against Detroit next week. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to happen.
Hey, listen, Yuri, man. Listen, he played fabulous, man. He played fabulous, and you got to have a little guy that's going to have a fire in his belly. But I think what he brings is just something we haven't had in a very long time. And he's a very feisty player. He gets after, and also too, Yuri. What I love about him too that no one really spoke about. He's pretty decent at running the offense, correct? So
pick and roll,
right. So when Deuce comes back, you could take the ball out of his hands. And Deuce can do what he's good at, and now you can let this kid run the show, run the offense, and that is it.
Deuce is not a point guard. Now you can have Deuce at the shooting guard. Now Deuce can shoot all the threes he wants. Deuce can drive to the lane all he wants. Now Deuce can play like a true two. All he can focus on is scoring.
Agreed, and that's the perfect addition of having this guy. And then what it looks like as well, Yuri, is now you have very, very point of attack defenders, right? You have Deuce, Alvarado, imagine OG out there,
Mikal,
and you have Mitch in the middle, right? So now you got defenders on the wing and you got a monster in the middle of the defense. Imagine that lineup out there. You roll that out in the playoffs.
That's going to be a Game 7 final stop lineup if I've ever seen.
Once again, especially during those non-Brunson minutes. Imagine that. That lineup right there will probably win us a lot of games, Yuri. That lineup right there.
Now Mike Brown's got all the creativity in the world, man.
Right.
And that's why you hired Mike Brown, to go into lineups that he'll use that seem very unconventional, but in the long haul, when you need him in the playoffs, it's going to be magical.
Well, Yuri, let's be honest. That's the reason why Tibbs isn't here. If Tibbs was able to be a lot more flexible, Tibbs would still be here. That's the truth.
I hate hopping on a Tibbs thing, you know.
But you mentioned it. You said that's what Mike Brown does, right? He's able to make those lineups. Tibbs struggled with that, and that's why Tibbs isn't here. And listen, I didn't say it. James Dolan said it when he was on the Carton show. He said the reason why Tibbs he didn't really want to.
He was rigid.
He didn't really want to adjust to that, and they spoke to him during the season
many times. I think James Dolan mentioned they spoke to him so many times
about playing guys, and Tibbs just wouldn't do it. And so Mike Brown is doing that. He's making different lineups, making different changes. You got to understand, if Tibbs was here, would you see Diawara right now? There's no way.
Absolutely not.
There's no way you would see him. There's no way.
Tibbs' system was too old school for the modern NBA. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bash on Tibbs.
No, it's not.
For God's sakes, Tibbs could be used on Utah Jazz or any team that would need a winning build a culture-defining coach. That is not a shot at Tibbs. That's been Tibbs' whole life.
Right. Well, it's just the reality, Yuri, is that it just ran its course. It just ran its course. And that's it. And so Mike Brown is bringing a new spin where he's saying, I'm going to play these guys. And that's all we've been screaming for. And these guys are producing, man. And I think it's been fabulous.
We can officially tell Kyle Kolek is out the rotation now with Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, he is. And you know what stinks about that, Yuri? I'm glad you brought that up. But what stinks is that I think Kolek played really well for us this year. And I think he has. But I think what it is with him, Yuri, he doesn't provide
the POA.
Right, what it is Mike Brown wants. And what he wants is what Alvarado gives. A very feisty, aggressive defensive guard that's going to pick up 90 feet, baseline to baseline. He's going to do that and be in your jockstrap and be a pest.
His motor's unbelievable.
Right. That's what he wants. And if you can't really provide that, that's going to be a problem in the rotation. Remember, guys, I've said this before. This is also to the chat. Mike Brown is not an offensive guy. He's a defensive first guy. He learned that from Popovich, right? So that's his bread and butter. So he wants a guy like that. And so that's where Alvarado comes in. And, he may not be a better offensive player than Kolek, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's not what we need.
And I'm going to end with this because I do got to hop off, unfortunately.
Of course, Julie, of course.
You got a playoff rotation now of 9 to 10 players. You got Deuce McBride coming off the bench. You got Jose Alvarado coming off the bench. You got Shamet coming off the bench. Possibly Mitch coming off the bench. I think all you need is one more big. Just one more big. And you can get a 10-man rotation for the playoffs.
All right, that sounds good, Yuri. So listen, Yuri, before you hop off, let me get your Super Bowl score. Who you got?
I got, just to make sure the Boston doesn't win anything on a Sunday, I got Seattle Seahawks beating them 10 points.
Okay, all right. There you go, Yuri. Seahawks by 10 for the Super Bowl. All right, Yuri. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'll be going live Tuesday, man. Again, so I'll check on you.
I'll be there Tuesday.
All right, Yuri. Take care, man. All right, there we go. My man Yuri coming through once again, rocking with LV Live and my crew. He says the Seahawks win by 10 today. By 10. Great breakdown by Yuri, man. Great breakdown by Yuri, man. Appreciate him coming through. Okay, Tony says the best move Knicks can make this offseason is getting Mikal Bridges off this team. Yo, Tony, come on. Tony, he was okay today. Tony, he was solid. Tony, he wasn't terrible, man. Tony, he had 14 today. Tony, 5 for 10 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. He had 1 block, 1 assist. I mean, Tony, he was solid, man. He was solid. He didn't play bad at all today. He didn't play bad at all today, Tony. I thought he was all right. Thought he was all right, man. What did okay, I'm looking at the chat, catch it up here, but you go. Big Chad says, like they was at my papaya spot. Who was at the papaya spot, man? What papaya spot y'all used to go to? I used to go to the one in the Village, right there, on the corner, right down the street from West 4th, right from the Cage. You guys remember that? 50 Cent Franks. It used to be 50 Cent. You guys remember that? 50 Cent Franks from Papayas. Remember that, guys? Taking y'all back, man. Taking y'all back. David Smith says Brunson played like garbage without Cat against Detroit, losing by 38, and Brunson shot 4 for 20. No one's giving Brunson any smoke or criticism as usual. Yo, listen, David Smith, man, if you haven't came by here and talk with me, ask anybody. I gave him smoke Friday. I gave him all smoke. I said, yo, man, we got to look at him, man. Yo, he's the man. If the team come out and play like dog crap, we got to look at you. This is your team. You're the captain. You're the man. How can't you get these guys ready to go? You're the captain. That's what it's going to fall on your shoulders. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I said that on Friday, David Smith. You know what I'm saying? David said, not you, LV, others. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, sometimes people get, they get caught up with hero worship. I'll call it that. But listen, man, it's a team thing, man. Everybody gets smoked. Whoever don't play well, they don't play well, they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just it. There's no I in team. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody's got to be on the same page, man. Everybody's got to be on the same page. And listen, I love this win today because it's a great bounce back win. So to me, I want to see how we look against Detroit, because the only reason my issue is with Detroit, it ain't so much as we lose. We just are getting punked out there. They look like they're coming with so much more intensity than us. It's like they want to beat us down, and we're not responding well to that. And I have a problem with that. If we lose to them by 3, 4, 7, K gets hot, starts knocking down shots, and that's okay, man. But you can't be getting blown up by 30 or 40. That just can't happen. I don't care who's out the lineup, because it ain't like they got a bunch of world beaters over there. They got one all-star. Well, now with Jalen Duren, too. But a whole bunch of decent role players. But that's it. There's no world beaters over there. So my thing is, like, that shouldn't happen. So, we'll see when we come back, man. We'll see when we come back from the All-Star break, man. I think that's big. Big for this team. Big Chad says, I was adding on to what you were saying about the effort from oh, man. That's right. At halftime, right, Big Taz? They made that order. You guys remember Papayas? Man, Papayas was ill, man. Papayas was a great time, man. Great time. Great time. All right, people, listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I hope everybody enjoys their Super Bowl Sunday. Listen, LV always has to get words of inspiration and all that good stuff, right? Be responsible out there, please. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? With that Jack Morgan. You know what I mean? You guys know about Easy Jesus. If you guys know what that is, right? That's old school. That's Cisco. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That Alizé, everybody be easy, man. Be easy. Be responsible. No getting behind the wheel if you've been kind of, you know what I mean? Chill wherever you at. Get to where you got to go tomorrow, man. Just be safe out there. It's crazy out there during this time. Just be safe, y'all. Be safe and enjoy the game. Have fun. But now you can really enjoy it because we had a big win tonight. Knicks are now 9-1 in the last 10 games, man. So listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rock with me. Also, too, before I leave, before I get my, my send-off, I got the Seahawks tonight. 34-31 in a thriller. 34-31 Seahawks. All right, listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. But also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments, right? And also, too, right, when you come through, hit that bell icon, right, to get all notifications for all my shows. All right, but listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me. Big time win for the boys, 111-89. I will be back Tuesday to talk about the Indiana Pacers game. So please come through and check it out. All right, people, listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.